Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for waking up with me this morning. I've got my coffee. I've got my water. I've got you guys. I've got the internet. I've got Balancer reminding everyone, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, invite other peeps to the show who tuned in last night because we had the best time on Spicy Tea with Bunny and SB last night. We had such a good time. Such a good time. And we talked about all kinds of sexy topics. It was awesome. Also, remember, in about 3 hours, we're going to do the morning hustle. It's the morning hustle morning with Fort Worth and I. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys don't just completely get sick of the sound of my voice. Some segments of time are more bunny-fied than others. Am I right? All right. Let's get into this. Some girls are users. They've been used as cum dumpsters for so long. The only thought in their head is how to use you. And I think that's a pretty, I mean, it's rough, but that's a pretty fair assessment because the reality is most girls have essentially been trained at this point to get whatever they can out of whatever relationships they form. So whether they think that this is a long-term relationship or something that is strictly transactional, they're going to get whatever they can out of it. And I know that this is like, Balancer's like, damn. And I'm like, I know. I mean, it sounds really rough, but I do feel like there's a little bit of wisdom in that from both ends of the spectrum. There are a lot of women who are the ones who are going to give as much as they can to the relationship because they also want to make sure that if the relationship falls apart, it wasn't for lack of trying. So you have to that's where I would say filtering better the kind of women that you're attracting goes a long way. You know, if you're attracting users, you're going to get used. And a lot of guys, listen, like, I mean, guys who like live in Miami, places like Vegas, these are transactional places to live. There is a cost of doing business that is a minimum point of entry that women expect. You know, Miami, $10,000. That's being used, but it's also the cost of doing business. That's what it takes to get a girlfriend in Miami. I mean, it just depends on where you are. Environment matters. The kinds of girls you attract and the kinds of things that you expect from a relationship. So there's a lot of give and take depending on your level of investment in the relationship, I'd say. I'm pretty excited about this. Let's just take a moment to talk about the Cougar Calendar this morning. Launched last night, like literally right before Sarah Beth and I went live on Spicy Tea with Bunny and SB. She got the Kickstarter live, and it had been quite a process, and so it was very exciting. This girl, Jeep Life girl, Texas security gal, is let's see, Miss May. I am Miss September. I'm sorry, I am Miss March. I'm my birthday month. Sarah Beth is Miss September, but it is a Cougar calendar, and it's for 2024. The benefits go towards actually saving a live cougar, an actual cougar. It's not, it's going to be such fun. We've had a lot of fun for the last, like 6 months working on putting this calendar together and all that Sarah Beth has done to make that happen. Good morning, CD. Good morning. And so it is going to be really fun to see this come to fruition in January and get to see all of these sexy older women. You know, we're all, I think probably it's 40 and above. And so that may or may not be your thing, but there are a lot of women here on Twitter that we would love your support, whether you want us on your wall or not. So that is a very exciting thing. I have pinned my Cougar Calendar link to the top of my Twitter profile. So if you want to check that out and support at any level, there's a $1 level, there's like all kinds of options there. So you do not have to support at any huge levels to help make a difference in this Cougar Calendar and saving an actual cougar while looking at other cougars. Although I'm not a cougar because I only date much older men, and that's always been my thing. I've never had an interest in younger women. What is this? Oh, that's like an ad. I'm ready to start receiving money. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right. Oh my. All right. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to have to retweet that. That's pretty good. Oh, that doesn't even look, that looks so real. That's incredible. You guys know I love that, a Canadian paintings account. All right, let's talk about, now this is some gang signs I can wrap my head around. That is awesome. Important gang signs to remember. That is pretty hot. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. We've got a little come hither action. We've got a little swirly there. Yeah, little pubic bone massage with a little G-spot penetration, a little spreader, a little pinch. Those are good. You need to remember those. I'm going to go on and save that one right now. That is awesome. That one image makes this show worth it right there. Important things to know. Best nightgown look. Okay. All right. I'll play with this. Guys, I want you to tell me, because this girl puts up a lot of really, really like old school traditional, like old, not like 1950s, more like, I don't know, Petticoat Junction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is y'all's vote for nightgowns? I remember my grandmother wearing a full like layered, like it was a nightgown. Yeah, 3 is a great option. Yeah. It at least seems to have the least amount of fabric and stuff included. I also really like 2. I think that's really lovely. I like the femininity of number 2. That's interesting. I'm going to retweet that. I'm interested in votes for this one. I'm always intrigued. Oh, it won't let me retweet it because it's a locked account, of course. It always does intrigue me though, seeing what you guys vote and respond to when it comes to things of that nature. Let's see. Welcome to the real world, honey. Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Your package fell into the ocean. That's quite. Can you imagine opening up your FedEx app, your tracking link, and realizing that your package fell into the ocean? Yes. So valid question, Balancer. This is a nightgown. This is like sleepwear that she's talking about. This is not like a night out gown. Oh, that is hilarious. That would be a what the hell moment. There's a lot of things we can debate, but the obvious awesomeness of Morris Day and the time is not one of them. Oh, that's funny. gosh. I'm hungry. I'm tired. My broken toe is throbbing. I just want to lie down and rest, but I want to improve my posing for the next contest far more. So I'm headed to the gym to practice again for the second of 3 practice sessions today. Don't trade. This is a good way to put this. Don't trade what you want most for what you want right now. I fucking love Zig Ziglar. I wish he could have lived forever because his wisdom is so good. I'd say that his physique practice, his posing practice is paying off. That looks great. That's the kind of inspiration that we need on our timeline. Am I right? That's great. This guy is not young. He shows you can do it. No child wants a weak father. No woman wants a weak man. No child wants a weak father. No sibling wants a weak brother. Strength is not a choice. It's an obligation. What do you guys think of that? I mean, I agree completely, but I'm also one who wants to encourage and cheerleading my man to lead in all ways. So, you know, I encourage my sons to lead in their own lives. I encourage them to be decision makers and definitive men of action. You know, manly strength is a gift to the world. That's the perfect way to put it, Balancer. Perfect. But this is an important imagery to remember. Oh, I had already liked it. I think that so many things are becoming optional in our minds these days that it's incredibly bad and really not healthy for our futures. It's we need to raise some strong men or we're going to get fucked in the ass is what's going to happen. All right, let's see what this is. Rare insults. How do you sleep at night knowing that there are some people in the world who don't like you with no underwear in case they want to kiss my ass? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I kind of love how salty and real Jim Carrey has gotten in his older years, his more advanced years. Let's see. Girls shooting. That's pretty hot. Huh. Okay. I want to listen to this. Yeah, we still don't believe you, Pumpkin. Okay. Let's see what this girl says.
Well, hi everyone, especially if you're in the UK. Good afternoon on this lovely Sunday. Hope it's going well. I thought instead of writing out a tweet, let's make it a little bit more personal by recording a voice note. Think that it's a dude running this account or it's an AI or a bot. Oh my God, like this person, it just cannot be a woman because of the misogynistic views, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the crap that society has brainwashed you to believe. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's very much a woman running this account. Everything I say is what I think. Yes, it's rare to find someone that has both the looks and the brains, a great sense of humor, and of course, humility, but it does exist and I'm proof of it. So, yeah, have a great Sunday.
All right, we need to dig into this. I mean, granted, the reason that when I first started my Playboys Bunny on Twitter, it was a constant. This is a man. This can't be a woman. This is a man, which is why I actually started showing my face and actually doing video and things like that so that you could see in real time that it was a female, you know, saying the things that I said, talking about things the way that I did. It was, so I faced this struggle But it's interesting. Let's see. A beacon of hope and truth, justice and courage. Oh, Lord. I love that I love how humble she claims to be. That looks like an AI picture. Let's go to media and see if all of her pictures essentially look like AI. Oh, that looks delicious. Not really seeing a whole lot here. All right. She's giving me nothing. Giving me nothing to work for. I really wanted to get on board with believing that she's a woman, but all I'm seeing is like more indications that apparently guys do not believe that she's a woman. Let's see. Okay, this is a good thing to talk about because we were just talking about all these these like petticoat junction nightgowns. Sir has begun deciding what I wear to bed. He selects my attire and sets it out. He doesn't ask, he just expects me to put it on. He's reading his book, waiting for me to obey. And I do. And it gets me all bothered. Girls love definitive men. I can't say this enough. Whether you are in an actual dom sub kind of relationship like Libby and her man are, or whether you are just in a normal relationship like just like standard issue heterosexual relationship, girls love a man who makes decisions. She loves for you to say, I want you to wear such and such dress on this for this date tonight. She loves when you say, before I fuck you, I want you to put on that negligee that I just bought. You know, she wants you to direct her. She wants you to not ask her to change position. She wants you to move her around. Like, this is hot. This gets us hot and bothered, and is a great way to establish and maintain your strength in the relationship. So whether you are to this level of, first of all, having a girl calling you sir, considering yourself being owned by him, him selecting your attire, that gets hot. Like, test these boundaries. It's always surprising to men who haven't really tested this out that it truly works. That being a little bossy actually goes a long way in turning women on. Let's see. She is always kicking ass and taking names. Let's see. Hobbies only girls are allowed to have: astrology, clipping coupons, antiquing, brunch, step aerobics, drive a white Jeep, yoga. Let's see who else has added stuff. I want to see this. Requests. Oh, yeah. Yoga is for injury prevention. Okay. So nobody actually added anything to this list, but these are pretty good. These are pretty funny. Brunch, big deal. Big deal. Men don't go to brunch. Astrology, men don't do astrology. Clipping coupons, exactly. Antiquing, I can argue either way. Yoga, I agree. Yoga and Pilates are things. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger did ballet. there have been football players over time that have done things like that because they understand that being able to move your body actually helps you age better and helps you move better. Drive a white Jeep. It is so funny in our neck of the woods because it feels like every single girl who attends TCU here in Fort Worth, Texas, the university, drives a white Jeep. I swear, it's like the white Jeep capital of America right here. That's really funny. Oh, yeah, I don't want to watch that. Can you see the green lines or do I have to draw them? I'd lean into her too. She's hot. People are still talking on to vegan gains, for fuck's sake. All right. This guy puts out some good stuff. Let's see if I can see straight long enough to read this whole thing. The top third of men are dating one or more women. 34% of women under 30 are single. 63% of men under 30 are single. And yet there is still a shortage of young, successful, single, masculine men. What's happening? Nature is happening. This is normal and has always happened. It has always been a lot harder for a man to be with a woman. More is expected of us and more of us fail. A woman is born and raised without too much trauma, preserves her health, beauty, spirituality, learns basic social graces, and boom, she's attractive to most men. Absolutely. It takes so little effort for a woman to get attention. It's two different worlds in comparison to what it takes for a man. You're absolutely right. A man is born valued only by his parents and family. If he's lucky to become successful and attractive, he must be subjected to discipline, deprivation, suffering, hard work, and competition, all to build him up to be strong enough to shoulder a man's responsibility stoically and chisel away at his flaws. Most men fail to rise to the level needed and hence never marry and have children. In some time periods, only 10% qualified to reproduce. Right now, you have only to be a top 30% man to find a woman, right? That's a very low bar. The top 10% will get better women, obviously. All you need to be is in the top 30 all you need to be in the top 30. All you need to be in the top 30 of Americans is don't be fat or skinny. Exercise a bit each week and don't overeat. 2, a career that will eventually get you over $100,000 per year. 3, be mature enough to pursue and manage a relationship with women. That's all you need to be attractive to most women. It's easy and I will teach you. Okay, 100%. And this number 3 is where I talk about all the time, not being afraid of education. Educating yourself in the ways of dealing with women, in building relationships, in building rotations, in building managing women, in building attraction, in maintaining attraction, in creating the hottest sex life you've ever had or ever imagined, and maintaining it for a lifetime. These are all things that don't necessarily come naturally to you. These are things that you have to build upon. In all areas of life, there are people who are naturally gifted and talented and in that area, okay? But if it's not an area that you are naturally gifted in and naturally have all the luck and success in the world, then you automatically know that you have to get educated on that. Now, this can be true. You may be you may like be a physics genius. You may be a savant. Like you don't even have to study. You automatically know everything. But you're shit with women. You may be a natural seducer, but you can't hold down a job. You may be all kinds of things. There are balances to all of this. And whether it's a career, whether it's a new hobby, or whether it's understanding female psychology to make every other relationship in your entire world just better and easier to manage, education comes in and plays a huge part. So I want to encourage you not to shy away from buying books, reading books, taking courses, joining webinars, attending conferences, anything that you can do to maximize your skills, because he's right. You can be a 30% man and be and actually be kind of a top tier guy in America. That doesn't say much, okay? In a 100% scale, that's still a 70. That's practically failing on a standard issue rating chart. So do you want to be a top 30% man, or do you want to be a top 10, 5, 3, 1% man? You don't have to have like Trump bucks to be a top 10, 5, 3, 1% man. You have to have skills, and you have to be fearless enough to learn the things that you don't know. You have to be confident enough in yourself that you can say, I don't know this, but I need to. And that's where you step into seeking out consultation, seeking out coaching, seeking out learning in whatever way you are able and whatever way that you can afford. Because sometimes the best information costs money, and that's just part of it. There's a lot of people like me who put out a lot of free content, but we also sell. We also ask and request that it's reciprocated, that the amount that we put out to help and to answer for free is also reciprocated in a variety of ways. So people all over are here to help you in whatever areas of life that you feel like you are a little bit weaker in. So that way you can be a completely well-rounded human being and masculine man who truly is not just a top 30% man, but a top 10, a top 5, a top 3, even a top 1. Fort Worth and I talk all the time about how the majority of the men that we actually have one-on-one consultations with are already really, really top tier men. The top tier men know to seek out consultation, and that leaps over so many hurdles in life, no matter what the area that they're needing to learn in. So whether it's fitness, whether it's relationships, whether it's business, whether it's a new hobby, whenever you hire professionals to help you navigate the path, you learn faster, you achieve more, and you do it with less struggle. And oftentimes you actually spend less money in the long run because you don't do it wrong 50 times first. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I want you to go lift heavy things. I want you to go have some hot sex, and I want you to accomplish something. Be productive. Have a great day. And I appreciate you joining me today and every morning. I will see you on the Morning Hustle here in a few hours. And I will see you in 23 and a half hours right here, same time, same place for Wake Up with Bunny.